God, it's scary. Of course, the villains had the best power morphing. We just went... We didn't give up. Man, we had it all. Those were the days. I could cross through time. Yeah, it was good. But I won't show you because I don't want to really excite you too much. I've got to keep the crowd out. Next.
First off, these guys, anyone that's associated with Power Rangers are beautiful inside and out. I just want to ask, one of the big things I know when working on Power Rangers is the budget. Now, if you had like a Michael Bay budget, or if you had as much money thrown at you to get better effects, or like this is a special for all you guys, what would you like to see you guys do with the budget in the show? Like 400 scenes.
More explosion!
Blow up the Hollywood sign!
What would we like to see if we had an unlimited budget? Craft service would be a good start. That would be a really good start. Yeah, craft service would be cool. And dressing rooms that I didn't get caught in the toilet. Yeah. Actually, dressing rooms, period, would be fun. And anything else? You know what? You couldn't make Power Rangers with a lot more money because it was too much fun doing it the way we did it. It would screw it up if we had a lot of money.
He's actually Ren's right. If we would have made it with a lot more money, it wouldn't have been as fun. Probably wouldn't have been as close. It wouldn't have something in common to hate, which is the person the money we're getting. No parking for you. No, that means they lose mine. It's not going to happen.
Next question.
What was the hardest thing on set you do?
Working with Scott.
Yeah,
I wasn't on set.
Working 16-hour days at times, I could say that was definitely tough. Took a lot of energy.
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
Going to school on set. Horrible. You hated it.
Sometimes, because I worked on both sides, I did locations as well as voice acting, and sometimes I'd have to go downtown LA, like the Watts area, and South Central, and put up signs at literally 2 in the morning by myself. That's kind of scary.
Working with Doggy Kruger, because he could explode at any time.
Aaron's threatening me. As usual. Sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. Truly, if they really knew what you're like. Biatch. I love you. You know what? No. Everything was, working on location was great because we got the hell out of Dodge for a couple of days. And working on the set was really cool because everything got done really fast. I mean, it was great, eh? What do you guys think? Say something, for God's sake!
I was paid double for playing 2 characters, so I was fine. And my apartment spot, we didn't overwork, so I had nothing but great things to say.
We were over here mumbling. We were like, we had parking spots, we had craft service, we had trailer. We only worked too many hours. We're sorry, we super loved it.
I was on a different series.
Oh, that's Owen. Oh, hold on.
Well, just, every now and then we'd have to get up pretty early to get to location. So, basically having to get up at like 3:30, 4 a.m. to get to set, was very difficult. At times.
We just kept going. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Do you guys remember working in Death Valley? Do you remember those hotels
We literally had the floor. It was nasty. We were walking on the floor and our feet were black.
Whoa!
So nasty.
Ah.
So, yeah, if we had more money on that set, I think that would have definitely
Not to import it.
You know what? That episode when we were in Death Valley came out awesome. I think it was that True Blue to the Rescue.
Yeah.
That was an awesome episode. It's all for the name of acting and love and Power Rangers.
I don't know if you guys know this, but I love Power Rangers.
You're the only one here.
I'm listening for Matt Austin. In your documentary, Don't You Forget About Me, you went on a trip just to find John Hughes. I just want to know, other than the month of the man's art, what made you do it? Like, you just got up one day and decided, I have to find this man.
Does everyone know who John Hughes is?
Yeah!
John Hughes directed some awesome films, a lot of them about teenagers, like
Breakfast Club?
Candles, Ferris Bueller's Day Breakfast Club, Some Kind of Wonderful, Pretty in Pink, Weird Science, and I wanted to, right after Power Rangers, my idea was that I was going to take some of the money I made and make a teen film. And I started to write a script, and like a quarter of the way through the page, I realized it was crap. And I realized that I wanted it to be really authentic, like the teen films that I watched and loved, and the ones that came out afterwards I didn't love very much. I'm not going to name what they are, but I was like, I don't want to make films like that. I realized that I shouldn't be making a film like John Hughes. I should be making a film about the guy, and because no one really, people spoke about him, but kind of behind closed doors. Everyone knows those films, but not everyone knew the name John Hughes itself. I felt like his name should be on the list with like Steven Spielberg, Martin Scorsese, Woody Allen, all the great American film directors. So I got myself in the van and I interviewed Ali Sheedy, and the rest is in the film, available on iTunes. Thanks for the question.
Were any of you fans of Power Rangers before you became cast members on
Justin.
I used to get off the bus and run home, beating my little sister to watch Power Rangers. Yeah, I was a huge Power Rangers fan. Yeah, that's my little sister. Why don't we bring her up here? She did an episode. Anybody remember Mandy? 2 episodes. Yeah. 2 episodes.
Come on, let me show you. Hold on the camera, but there you go.
She grew up. God. Next question. Oh, someone have a question? I didn't, because I was there from the beginning, so I didn't feel like
Next, thank you.
I was wondering if the actors, they experienced casting at the show. And second question, are you guys still fans after you've done it?
So fans or friends? So fans.
What were the questions again? Oh, typecasting. Yeah, right, they're going to typecast me. Yeah, I've never played a villain since. There's a little box in every casting director's office that says, dipshit evil. In that box is my photo. No typecasting comes into it. And did we ever have friends after it, or fans? I didn't have any before. Oh, am I a fan of the show? I watched 3 episodes. 2 of them I was in, and 1 they were in. That was it. Yeah.
Typecasted, I think it's a little battle we have, right, Rangers, at the beginning, but I cut my hair for that reason. You know, I just, get into the mix, put some new stuff, and kind of get away from the Carlos character for a minute. So, I don't think we really got typecasted, but great experience, you guys. Thank you very much. You guys are all loyal, and now it's like a culture, so definitely a good time.
People say you're a girl? These Playboy characters.
Thank you. Next question.
All right.
Roger Velasco, moderator.
Hi guys. This is for the task force. This is for the task force cast. What was it like working with Edward Lawrence Albert?
Oh, yeah.
I take that too. I'll just say a little bit about the studio. He's just the sweetest, nicest guy. Best guy in the show. No, I'm kidding. I love him.
The thing about Edward is that he was probably the most well-versed man I've ever met in every aspect. It seems like you'd go walking through the desert and suddenly he could speak to the Native Americans, and then next thing you know, he's feeding bees. Like, he just could do anything. And suddenly he's got a spear and he's flicking it around like a warrior. So the guy seemed to know, he was the jack of all trades. He knew everything about everything. I mean, he was even in overseas when that tank was coming in China, right? Yeah, he was there for that. So the guy was like he just was everywhere. And there's actually a really great hike in Malibu that's named after him. Yeah, and I actually was on it the other day, yeah. It's a hike in Malibu that takes you out to this unbelievable waterfall. I went out there the other day, and it's named after him. So the guy just, a lot of charity work, very great man, and I learned a ton from him. So it was a huge loss to have him go so soon.
They did our show.
No, I'm going to say that he was an amazing guy and we all loved him immensely. And it was a shock to all of us when he passed because he was one of the few people you could honestly say was a genuine gentleman.
Exactly. I would just reiterate, same doll love. But I love that you can be all those things and then put on a suit and be like the most classy man in the room. I'll tell you about the Jake in China. You know, he's just fabulous.
Next, thank you.
I guess this goes for Turbo, the guys in Turbo, especially Serwin. What was it like to replace the other Rangers? I mean, especially Serwin, you replaced Tommy. He was like
So, yeah, good question. Definitely big shoes to fill, you know, coming after Tommy, you know, but I think the main thing is that we all have our own unique strengths and weaknesses, where, you know, when we're working on characters, we really have to just trust, you know, what we do and how we do it, and that, you know, it will come across. So, you know, I had some great coaching, you know, from the people on set that worked with Jason, but still, I made it my own. You know, I wasn't trying to be Jason, I was being TJ. So, yeah, it was a bit of a challenge. It had to be courageous, but, you know, in the end, I think it worked out. I mean, I think I got a few fans here, maybe one or two. I really enjoyed it, and I really appreciate you guys, too. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I have two questions, if that's
Yeah.
okay. The first question for the whole panel. I'm a big fan of team-up episodes, and you guys do them. Like when you take one season and go together, like they did with Turbo Cast Space, or Time Force Lightspeed, or Time Force Alpha. How were those days? Was it still like a normal day, or was it a little more difficult? You had more to work on.
Are you asking how it was when we did cameos for other seasons? Yeah, we did a cameo for In Space, we did a cameo for Lost Galaxy, and I think that was amazing. I mean, just to be able to cross over like that, I think we should have did it a lot more. I mean, even having the OG season
coming over. You know, I think that they should have did it a lot more, but I had a great time. We weren't, yeah, I think I've got pictures of when we did Lost Galaxy, and it was awesome. I had a great time. I think that they should have did it more.
Yeah.
It was weird on my end of it because I was always